Hey, I'm back. It's Tuesday. I went to a funeral memorial this weekend. It was a long trip for me, anyway. And I got real exhausted. And I didn't catch anything, but it was a little too much for my lungs, I guess. And so I had what they call a bad time with my lungs. That's all I got to say about it. I'm back. I'm talking. I'm feeling a little better. I'm recovering. So I'm back here. I'm not going to talk too long, so I'm going to try to put some words behind some of this sound I'm going to make today. Anyway, that's what happened to me. I was out of commission for a few days. Anyway, I'm going to have an album coming up, so I threw out a couple of those songs to try and fill your bucket, but I just got real sick from having a lung problem, which I already have. I'm in the last portion of my, stage 4, which is very, very severe COPD. I've been living with it for a long time. But every once in a while, and it's very once in a while, because you haven't seen me have this problem before, have you? Anyway, I hope we can stay away from this for a while longer. Okay, here we go. Hey, thank you for being patient with me, and I hope you didn't run the other way. You're welcome back, if you did. Anyway, love you guys. Here we go. A little bit of a slow beat. I don't know what key I'm going to do. My usual stuff or something different. But I tell you what, we'll make it happen right now. It was an unusual day. It was an unusual day for this period of time in the desert, the desert. It was an unusual day today in the desert. Oh, there was a rustle coming. You could hear him on his ATV. He was coming to town. Then the motor stopped. It was quiet again. Hour later, here he comes. He was walking into town to look it over, cause he was an entrepreneur, He was in the rattlesnake game. He made jerky. Sorry for the rattlesnake, happy for the mouses. He had a system of catching them little and big critters and making jerky out of them. He was a mail order baby of jerky rattlesnake. rattlesnake. Somebody called him the jerky biter. Some people called him the jerky. Rattlesnake and New He walked out of the desert after all. After all the commotion on his little ATV, he walked out of the desert. He wanted to start a mail order business. He needed a little office where he could mail his stuff from. He needed a little mail order office where he could function. Once he started asking questions, they wanted to know where he was gonna process that meat. They didn't want any trouble, not from him, but from his product that was still alive. They didn't want to deal with this product that was still They gave him a permit, they gave him a permit, and he went back out into the desert. He walked out of the desert. Now every 30 days or so, dragging a bunch of stuff he called rattlesnake jerky. He sent them from his little bitty office. He wouldn't sell it in town, 'cause he had enough clients worldwide. He walked out of the desert. He was then one day I'm sorry to say they never found him. They found his little ATV, but they never found him. He must have jerked the wrong way. He must have jerked the wrong way in catching his product, 'cause he disappeared off the face of the earth. Some of the old timers still look out in the desert to see if he was around. They just sit out and wait. They just sit out and wait. Well, I don't think that made much sense, man. But you know what? Some songs don't, do they? Wow, am I glad to be doing this again after a few days of being really, really, really sick and being able to talk more than 3 seconds to 4 seconds at a time. It's a wonderful world. And I'll keep coming back. Thank you for waiting for me. Thank you. Remember, I'll have an album coming out soon. See ya.